it's Jessica here. I'm the owner of Elite Lash Supplies and Training, and today I have Kris with me. So Kris is my accountant from Wiseman Accountants.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Okay, so this video is about coronavirus and tax stimulus, not just for the big companies, small businesses, and where everyone stands with that.
Yeah, great question, and it certainly affected the economy in a way that no one saw coming.
Yeah.
From a finance point of view, we call this a black swan event, something that just came from left field.
Yeah,
so,
like literally we were fine. Now it's...
Yeah, now we're...
Everyone's panicking. Look at the toilet paper. Calm down, people.
Yeah, I don't understand the toilet paper thing, but you can't.
My dad went to 5 shops yesterday to get me toilet paper. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there you go. Like it's not the end of the world if you run out and you're at home, but anyway. Borders are shut and everything like that. So there's a lot happening, and the federal government realised that. State governments have also stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
So stimulus package Mark 1, which was released early last week, I believe, it's yet to achieve royal assent, which means it's not legislation yet.
Yeah.
So we don't know the absolute ins and outs of it just yet. But the theory of it is, if you've got staff, they want to support you, and you're paying wages, they want to support you. So your PAYG withholding on those staff wages, so that's the tax you pay on their behalf.
Yeah.
The ATO will pay half of it, up to $25,000.
Yeah.
So that's going to be based on business activity statements lodged for the March quarter, for the June quarter, or from the month of March if you lodge it monthly. So that's for that period.
Which is amazing, because you're essentially they're helping you keep your
staff employees
on, because that tax relief is a huge relief.
Yeah, it is. It's massive.
Has anything ever happened like that before?
No, not even during the GFC.
So how good's that?
So,
I mean, it's shit, but
it's
better than nothing.
Unfortunate times we live in, but that's a very big plus for those employing, and that may save quite a number of jobs through the economy.
Yeah.
Another measure that was released, the instant asset write-off is increased to $150,000.
Yeah.
So that means if you buy, you buy a car up to certain limits with the car, and it's for business use. So if you're a trade, you buy a truck, whatever it may be, up to certain car limits that you won't get the full $150,000 write-off, because there are different limits for cars. It kind of stops people buying the
$50,000 car running up. What is it? It's like 50,000 or something.
About 57.
Yeah. So don't go and buy a car for 100,000.
No.
You're going to get the full
depreciation
and tax.
That's right. You only claim the GST up to that amount too. Yeah. So it's called the car limit.
Yeah.
That's a big plus. So if you're buying laptops, computers,
beauty machines, anything like
absolutely,
that, especially for beauty related.
Yeah, absolutely. You can write it off 100%. Whereas
before we couldn't.
Yeah, previously the limit was, I believe, 30,000. So or 35,000. That's a big plus. And the third measure is that it's great for people in the beauty industry, where trainees, even in building construction, apprentices, the government will pay for half of their salary from 1 January this year to 30th of September, I believe. So if you've got trainees and that kind of thing,
should put on a train.
Well, it will save.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it will save those jobs. So they'll pay for half their wage for that period as well. So that's an excellent measure if you've got trainees or apprentices. To try and keep them in a job. That's the main thing.
And then the tax payment, the $750, like who's actually eligible for that?
Now that is
because I've seen a lot online about people saying it's not going to the right people. Or
that's
you know what I mean.
Up for debate now. They did.
Has that passed legislation?
Not yet.
Not yet. So people don't even know if it's actually coming.
Yeah, well, that's right. It's got to achieve. The Senate has to pass. The lower house has to pass it. Then the Senate has to pass it for it to become law. Now that is going to go to New Start recipients, age pension recipients. I think most people on welfare it will go to, and also includes family tax benefits payments. So it's up to $750. And the reason, rightly or wrongly, they're
giving it to them.
The government's decision to give them is that not to categorise anyone or generalise, but they have data, the government has data that those people have a higher propensity to spend that money.
Yeah.
Whereas
because it's like a bonus. So they're like,
it
well,
is.
we didn't have that money, so we're gonna.
That's the idea, and that's how they stimulate the economy. Whereas I think that they've run modelling, and if they were to give it to taxpayers, I think most taxpayers would probably put it off the mortgage, save it, that kind of thing.
Well,
not
that's what
spend
I
it.
would do.
Yeah, me too, actually. So
Yeah.
the idea behind it is to try and get people spending. It doesn't stimulate the economy unless you spend.
Yeah,
So
that's the whole point of it, is to stimulate.
that's right. Support your local business. They're doing it tough, guys. So make sure that you get behind them. Your restaurants, your coffee shops, your local
Even if it's not all
beauticians.
the time, but like, once a week or just as much as you can.
Yeah.
Supporting other small locals.
Yeah, absolutely. Very important at this point in time. So there is a second stimulus package that should be announced, or I've had rumours that it should be announced within the next week or so at time of filming. However, we don't have any details about that one yet, but as far as I know, that might be things that's small businesses going to be like rent assistance, maybe further wage payment assistance and things like that. But
because it's the small guys that are essentially getting hit too.
It is. A lot of the bigger companies have much bigger cash reserves and stuff to ride out the bumps.
Small businesses.
Yeah, so that's what, and small business employs the overwhelming majority of people throughout the country. So it's a critical sector to support, and hopefully the first stimulus package was really good. It doesn't benefit everyone though. Sole traders, unfortunately, don't benefit anything from it. And depending on what's going on in your other business structures as well, you might not benefit from it. We'll certainly do our utmost to make sure our clients do where they can. But I believe the next stimulus package is going to be targeted at those that may have missed out on the first one. So fingers crossed that's going to be good news for small business owners in particular.
And what would be your recommendation for small business owners at the moment?
Really good question. Conserve cash, build up a cash war chest to
sustain.
Sustain.
Downturn.
Ride it out. The ATO have given payment deferrals for up to 4 months. So you don't
have to pay your tax right now. You can.
That's right.
Push it off until payment.
It's not automatic. You have to have your accountant or ring up the ATO to request that extension. Make sure you do. Take advantage of that. This has just done it
for me as well, so that I can sustain my cash flow as well in the event that we have a massive downturn as well.
That's right. The Queensland government.
He's already done it. I don't even have to ask.
Yeah, the Queensland government have also launched some interest-free loans, I think, for 6 months, or low-interest loans post that date. We don't know about the eligibility criteria for that. There's only an expression of interest for it at the moment. I'll send Jess some links to put in the videos with details of those items. If you're a small business and you're relatively still strong at the moment, go see your bank. Get that overdraft, get that line of credit while you can.
Or if you have loans, contact your like whoever you've got a loan with and see if they can help you as well.
If they can postpone. I've read that some of the banks have done that.
I think I got an email from Commonwealth as well.
So
they've already dropped interest rates.
Yes, absolutely. So
on my mortgage.
If you don't have overdrafts and that kind of thing and you think you need it, act sooner rather than later. Talk with your banker. Discuss it with your accountant. See if your accountant knows a broker, or talk with your contact at the banks.
Even your rent, like if you're in a commercial lease. I didn't even think to contact my rental, but we got an email today saying that even for the month of April, he's slashing our rent by 50% because he's just obviously amazing. He's nice to even do that before we've even hit it hard, because obviously we're all small business owners where we are as well. So even if you want to contact them and talk about your rent just to help you get through that period, because it's going to pick back up. It will.
It's
temporary. Do you think we're going to hit a recession?
It's possible. This quarter in particular is going to be a big downturn because everything's shut, so the economy's stopped. It's possible.
I didn't even think nightclubs are being affected now. I didn't even
that's right.
Clubbing, but I did get
bars and everything doing it quite tough. So recession's nothing to fear. They happen naturally in the economic cycle. We've been lucky to avoid one for a little while. But
because it's usually every 10 years, isn't it?
I think it's been since 1989 Australia's had one, so it's been a long time. So a recession is 2 quarters of negative growth consecutively. So you can get the odd quarter here or there of negative growth, but it needs to be 2 quarters of negative growth for that to happen. It's probably likely that we will. Again, no one knows for certain, and I certainly don't.
We don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah, I'm just a humble accountant from Wiseman Accountants in Ipswich, but it is possible. And the best thing you can do is conserve cash as much as you can. Talk to your suppliers, talk to your customers. Make sure you're still getting paid on time. Don't let your they call it your debtors, your accounts receivable. Don't let that become an issue. Act quickly. Work with clients. If they can't pay the full amount that you owe them, get a payment plan. Direct debit it. Really protect your cash flow. And like I said, try and support small business when you can. That'll make a big difference for everyone.
100%.
Cool.
Alright, so that's anything else about coronavirus?
Well, hopefully we won't get it.
Hopefully.
It is a concern.
Especially for the elderly.
Yeah, very much so. So I think the way that they're handling it is a good way to do it, but unfortunately the collateral damages the economy and a few other bits and pieces. So we will get through it.
100%.
Maybe 3 to 6 months where it's a downturn. Who knows? We don't really know, but now is the time for your accountant to shine. If they're not actively working with you in relation to these stimulus packages, I mean, even for Jess, we've got quite a few strategies in place which are going to help her with the first stimulus package. I'm really excited to see what the second one brings and how it will affect her.
To just cut in there, Kris, like I haven't actually asked Kris to do anything. You know, like that's setting an average or, you know, bad accountant to someone that's good at what they've done. Obviously Kris has come in here today to film with me to help you guys understand tax and about coronavirus and everything, and I haven't even had to do anything. I haven't had to ask Kris. Kris is already doing that for me. So your accountant should be like Kris, helping you before you even get into that stage that you need to ask for help.
Very important to be proactive, particularly in times like now. And like you said, Jess, we will get through it, but if you need assistance to do it, don't be afraid to do it. And I mean, your accountant, they'll do their utmost to help you. Of course, like any business, you can't do it for free, but they need to communicate that value to you and why they're doing it and how it's going to help you. So
100%.
So they will. Now is the time for your accountant to shine, and if they're not shining,
get a new one.
Yeah, maybe think, well, I'd be happy to do it, but
contact Kris.
There are a lot of good accountants out there. Like we mentioned before, some not so good ones as well. So make sure that you've got that trust and make sure that they're proactive as possible and they're in your corner. Yeah,
so if you're ringing your accountant and they're not saying anything about coronavirus and what's happening and how they can help you, I would really suggest who your accountant is. You know, that's especially in the coronavirus, like what we're foreseeing is going to come and happen in the next few months.
And
so
the other thing is too, you don't need to be, accounting is a funny one, a little bit like Jess's business. You don't have to be local to be a client or whatever it is either. So technology is
amazing.
Yeah, tear down all those barriers. So
100%. So what we're saying is pretty much that Kris is available anywhere in Australia. So you can contact Kris at any time. I'm going to leave all his details below and on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. So you can call Kris, you can email Kris if you want Skype. Do you Skype?
Absolutely. We can arrange video conferencing and so forth.
Because when I first met Kris, obviously being an Ipswich local, I went in and seen Kris. But ever since then, all of our, other than up until today where we're filming, all of our correspondence has been via phone or email. So you can contact Kris via email.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that, Jess. And
if you do contact him, say that you come from myself, Elite Lash Supplies and Training, and he will sort you out.
Absolutely, we'll look after you.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everyone, and hope you've really enjoyed and got some valuable information out of the video. And I commend Jess for having the initiative to do this. It's really helps you set your business apart from the rest. And this is just one of the little extra things that Jess does as part of her service. So
essentially, we're here to help as well. Like, I don't know everything, but I've been in business for a few years, and it is important to have an accountant, a good accountant, and to obviously help where we can. But
cool. Thanks, Jess.
That's all for now.